my name is Zhang. You can call me Le for short. I'm currently studying sustainable marketing at Oulu Business School, and this is my first time being in Europe. So Finland, actually for me who comes from the east, is quite distant and mysterious. None of my friends have ever been to Finland before, but they all sort of have the unified and beautiful impression and even fantasy about this unknown country.
Before coming to Oulu, all my knowledge of Finland came from the internet and TV news. High welfare, safe and quiet and restrained are synonymous with this country, and it is also the life I hear for years. Is Finland really as beautiful as rumored, like a fairy tale world for grown-ups? In the exhausting work day after day, I kept asking myself, I am no longer a freshly graduated college student and I have a decent job and a stable income. Although it is very tiring, I have lived a relatively affluent life. Do I really want to give up all this for an unpredictable future? In the eyes of my family and friends, I was probably crazy. But I remember what a friend once said to me, you only live once. So why not? Why not? Like the protagonist of a hot-blooded comic, I saw the summer sunshine at 65 degrees north latitude. In the first week after arriving in Oulu, I was jet-lagged while observing this quiet city that made me wonder if I had tinnitus. Interesting happens one after another. One morning, I dragged my 28-inch suitcase and took a bus to the student apartment near the University of Oulu. After I sat down, I received a call from my mother.
So I started chatting with my mom. Although my voice was not loud, I still noticed some glances from the passengers. It seems like I was the only one who's making sound in the bus. Other passengers were either looking down on their phones or looking outside of the window. Silence swirled in the air until it was interrupted by my laughter. Is it not allowed to talk in the bus? So when I noticed this unusual silence, I immediately stopped talking and blushed. So I kept saying "andexi" to all the passengers on the bus, and I got off as quickly as possible as I can. Literally, I was fleeing.
When I told this to my Finnish peers, they couldn't help but smile and told me that keeping silent on the bus might indeed be the choice of most people to show their politeness. Maybe for the Finns, the morning bus is loaded with a short period of time that belongs only to themselves, which I call the sage time. Smart choice. I thought that being in a foreign country, the differences in language and living habits would make life narrow. However, every day in Oulu makes me feel the diversity of life. As a musician, I'm glad to see Oulu thriving as a vibrant city with diverse arts and cultural events. I've also found friends to jam with and share the joy of making music. Since joining Financy, the non-profit student organization of Oulu Business School, I've been involved in various activities, whether it is the KPMG breakfast held on campus or sharing my life experience with Oulu Chamber of Commerce. As an international student, both made me feel that the city attaches great importance to inclusiveness and equality, as well as the ubiquitous humanistic care. Now, 8 months into the journey of uncertainty, Oulu has taught me that unknown is just another word for potential. I finally understood that the fairy tale I was pursuing was not in Finland's welfare system or picturesque natural scenery, but in the people of Finland. While Oulu might not be my final answer to the life, it is still full of hope and potential. Let me embrace this wonderful unknown.